Hey guys, hopefully everyone is doing well. Today's target to understand what are benefits of equity financing and what are benefits of debt financing. In part A, we have seen consideration or concept of equity and debt financing. So now we will see merits or advantages of equity financing. And similarly, we will see merits or advantages for debt financing as well. Equity financing, when you are taking investment from the public, they will be considered as shareholders. You are not going to take loan. These investments you will get directly from the public. It means it's not a loan, so you will not be having any trouble for repayment. So you may call it no repayment schedule would be there. It might be possible for whole life you are not going to return. Shares are not returned back. It means no repayment. It is far better than loan where scheduled repayments would be a, would be a source of pressure for organization. And then there will be low financial risk. Why? You are going to provide profit. If there is profit, only then you will be sharing this profit to shareholders. And in case you are not getting fruitful profit, you are not required to pay. It means no financial risk. And secondly, in case of loss, this loss would also be shared by your shareholders. So least financial risk would be over there, and then you can have access to expertise. Why? Because you will get finance. Investors would already be these shareholders or investors, they are already having an experience. They would having be an experience of running a joint stock company. So more investor you will get, more expertise suggestions, more experienced suggestions you will get. Let's say you have started your organization and you have thousands of shareholders. When you will get annual general meeting and you are facing any problem, obviously it would help you to solve that particular problem. I am repeating the same sense. If you will get your shareholders, if you will get your shareholders, those number of shareholders at the time of annual general meeting, and you are facing any problem, since this is problem for shareholder as well, it means their suggestion would be far important. They will try to solve this problem. They will try to suggest with which your your trouble would also be solved. Actually, my system is not cooperating with me. I don't know why. Anyhow, then we may have number four, improved cash flow. Cash flow mean how cash is coming in and how cash is going out. As more cash is coming in as compared to less cash outflow, that would be favorable. I'm repeating, since you are not liable, since you are not compelled to share whole of the profit. In previous lecture, we have understood this retained earning concept. That means if you have got the profit of 1 lakh, it is not necessary that whole profit would be transferred to shareholders. In this case, you can retain some amount. That is why your cash flow would be improved. More cash in shape of profit you will get, and less cash would be distributed among shareholders. It means more cash is coming in, less cash is going out. So your cash flow would be in a better condition. And then we may have Another benefit, it is for long term. In case of loan, you will have to return back and time period would already been decided. But in case of equity financing, you do not need having any problem of returning back. You do not have any pressure to return the amount. So that is why your amount, your investment would be for the longer period of time. So these are some of the advantages of equity financing. In the similar way, now we will see what are advantages for debt financing as well. The very first thing, you will retain your ownership. Please understand, when you will sell shares, it means you are selling a part of your organization. No matter if it is one share, two share, three share, it means the person who is investing in your company is getting one part of your organization, and he would be a owner. He would be considered as an owner. OWNER, owner of this organization. In this case, when you have taken the loan, bank would not be considered the owner of organization. It means still you are the only owner. Bank is to be considered as creditor only. Then you will have your tax advantage. How? If you will take loan, you will have to pay interest. Interest would include tax, and after tax your expenses would be increased. Increase in expense will decrease your profit, and ultimately you will have to save amount. Since your profit has been decreased, no payment would be given to the shareholder, so whole profit would be retained by joint stock company. And then when you have taken loan, it is predictable cost. In case of equity financing, sometimes you will get 10% profit, sometimes 15, 20, 30, and sometimes 5. That means in profit can be increased, profit can be decreased. So no permanent rate of return can be decided. Over here, you do know that 10% rate of interest is charged by the bank. Your cost would be fixed. You will not have to think whether cost can be increased or can be decreased. There would be a fixed cost. So you can predict about your future. In case of loan, you will have leverage of growth. What does that mean? Whole profit would be retained by organization. If you have taken loan, whole profit would be retained by organization, with which whole profit can be reinvested. Company would be grown. And then last is credit standing. In case you have taken loan and loan has been returned properly in time, with which the credit standing or goodwill of this organization will be improved among other institutions or in the eyes of public. What will happen after looking at the financial position, that this organization have taken loan, returned it in time, installments were paid in time, this will grow credit standing, this will grow goodwill of the organization. On the other hand, what will happen when investor will see this organization has strong financial back? Why? Because they are paying their loans, they are paying their investment, they are paying their installments, with which goodwill among shareholders would be increased, and they will now be ready to invest more in the same organization. So these were few advantages of taking loan from bank and few advantages of taking investment from the public. This is your complete question. First, you will see different sources of financing. There we have seen two major sources, equity and debt, and other sources we have also seen. Some of the advantages of equity financing, you have seen some of the advantages of debt financing. You have seen. This is your complete topic of financing and their advantages. It is requested to please repeat and revise all of these terms carefully. If you see anything difficult, you are very, very open to share your problem through messages, text, or you can directly contact for your problems. I will humbly be trying my best to answer your queries instantly. So it's time to end our lecture. Thank you very much for your time. It's time to say goodbye. Allah Hafiz.